today's video, we have Godzilla 2014 versus Godzilla -1. Now, Godzilla -1 was an amazing movie. Obviously, you know I loved that Godzilla, and I wanted to get this Godzilla in a matchup with other monsters, especially the MonsterVerse Godzilla. And these two could be meeting up in Monster Madness potentially, but it would be the newer version of Godzilla, so I figured in this matchup I would put the 2014 version against Godzilla -1, and that's why we have this matchup for today. But let's get right into this. I'm going to be breaking this matchup down in regards to size, speed, agility, durability, best weapon, the best feat, and the deadliness of these two monsters. Let's start out with size. The size is pretty significant to start. Godzilla 2014 is standing at right around 354 feet, 108 meters, while Godzilla -1 stands at 164 feet, 50 meters. And for that reason, I'm going to increase Godzilla -1's size to about 300 feet to make this matchup a lot more fair. So just to make it fair, I'm going to even it out in that aspect, but Godzilla 2014 still gets the point for size being a little bit taller. Now let's go on to speed. Both of these monsters are slow. Neither of these monsters are known for their incredible speed. This is long before the MonsterVerse Godzilla we know today that is sprinting, it seems like. This Godzilla, moving at a totally different speed, almost seems like a completely different monster, and Godzilla -1 is just as slow. They're both a little bit faster in the water, for sure, but I do think Godzilla 2014 is a little faster. Just in the fight against the female Muto, I can tell. So Godzilla 2014 does get the point for speed, and that means Godzilla's up 2-0. Now let's go to agility. Agility, I would also give to Godzilla 2014 because the battle with the Mutos, his ability to maneuver with the male Muto, grab him in the air, throw him around, hit him against the building, and the battling against the female Muto shows that Godzilla 2014 has better agility, and that means Godzilla 2014 is up 3-0 so far. Now let's go to durability. It's kind of hard to imagine that you wouldn't give this MonsterVerse Godzilla durability just because of all the feats he's accomplished and all taking nukes left and right. Godzilla -1 has rapid regeneration, absolutely insane, gets his head exploded from a bomb, immediately regenerates in just a matter of seconds. So durability easily goes to Godzilla -1, and that means it is 3-1 now. Now let's go to the best weapon. Both of these Godzillas have their classic atomic breath. The Godzilla 2014 has probably the least powerful atomic breath out of any version. I think it's just gotten more and more powerful as the movies have gone on. But this atomic breath is more like a flamethrower versus the later versions that seem more like a laser beam explosion. It just seemed that way watching this movie back. His ability, it takes longer to charge. It doesn't last as long. It just seems like it's definitely the weaker atomic breath. Godzilla -1 has probably the most destructive atomic breath for any Godzilla. Not only is it destructive, but I think the actual beam could cause absolute havoc. We don't see it, what it actually does to another creature, but you gotta give best weapon to Godzilla -1, and that means he gets the point for best weapon, and it is 3-2. The next item is deadliness. Deadliness is a tough one because both of these Godzillas are absolute threats. Godzilla 2014 was able to defeat two Mutos at the same time. Very impressive. But I do think Godzilla -1 gets the point for deadliness and ties us up at 3-3 because the atomic breath is just better. It has insane power, and the increased size of this Godzilla would just make it even more powerful, making him 300 feet, twice the size. Just that much more power in that atomic breath. I can't even imagine it, but I do have to give the deadliness to Godzilla -1 because of that atomic breath, and it is tied up 3-3. I know I kind of switched the order here, but the last item and that will decide this matchup is the best feat. And unfortunately, Godzilla -1 once again doesn't have another monster to go up against. Goes up against a lot of artillery, machine gun fire, battleships, but Godzilla 2014 was able to kill the Mutos, slammed his tail to kill the male Muto into the building, and then killed the female Muto by shooting the atomic breath down her throat. It has to go to Godzilla 2014. This edges it out to Godzilla. This edges it out to the MonsterVerse Godzilla. That would give him the 4th point, 4-3, and just like it shows, I think this matchup would be really close, but I do think Godzilla 2014 would win. Even though Godzilla has that rapid regeneration, I do think Godzilla would just keep dealing damage and would just keep attacking until he deals enough damage to eventually rip him apart. Godzilla's atomic breath is powerful, but Godzilla 2014 is known for taking atomic bombs. That seems like that's what Godzilla's atomic breath is. It would be absolute mayhem in this matchup. This would be an absolute bloodbath. but I do have to slightly edge this out to Godzilla 2014. Either way, this would be an amazing matchup. Make sure you let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup and which matchup I should do next. You'll definitely be seeing Godzilla -1 in Monster Madness coming up soon. This might be the last versus matchup before that tournament starts, and so look forward to that, and thanks for watching.